So it's 5 o'clock, and there's a good chance that seeing the moon over the top of the Isle of Wight lighthouse this morning is a good possibility. So we're going to head down there now and see if we can get it. So looking at the app, the moon is supposed to be between about 5:30 and 6 over the top. Had some excellent shots yesterday. A little bit of a dart across the island to try and get it across Tennyson Monument and then out across the Solent to the lighthouse and the fort, which worked out quite nicely. So it's looking good so far. Just coming down the road and we can see the moon over there, and it's clear skies at the moment, so it's just good news. Sometimes you get down here and just as the moon gets down to its lowest point, you end up with a cloud on the horizon which ruins the day. So fingers crossed today we get lucky. So the plan is that we're going to drive down to Allen Bay, which is right on the westerly point of the Isle of Wight, down the set of stairs, down to the beach, and then hopefully the moon will be setting right above the famous iconic Needles Rocks. Just arrived at Allen Bay. We're just walking down the short path now, down to the steps which take us down to the beach. And yes, it does look a bit like Blair Witch with me using the torch to light my face, which also helps because I can't see where I'm going because it's so blinding me. But hey, I'm using an app called Sun Surveyor, which helps you try and work out where the positions of the sun sets and where it's likely to land over the maps, which gives you a little bit of a heads up where a good place might be. So I put just a link. It's not sponsored, but just something that I've always used and I find it really good on there. So it's always a bit of a gamble when you, like now, coming down to a destination like this, because you don't really know whether the moon's going to be 100% where you think it is. But that's all part of the adventure. It's just getting out this time of the morning, heading down and just trying to get that shot. It's one of the shots that it's been done loads of times, but I've yet to get it myself, which is this moon right over the top of the actual lighthouse. Find out our fate in the next 2 minutes when we arrive at the top of the steps and see the position of the moon. Now, will the moon be where we think it is? Oh, bugger, it's miles out. We have to do a little bit of walking on the beach there, aren't we? That's not quite how the app said it was going to be, which is a bit annoying. So as you can see, not everything always goes to plan. So the moon, which went all the way down to the horizon yesterday, has just decided to go through a little bank of cloud on the horizon. So now, as you can see, it's pretty much been hidden, and it was probably that much too far over the top of the lighthouse. I'd like to have been a bit further down the beach to the right. And then I wanted to get the moon right over the top of the lighthouse here. We've gone now, but we did manage to get some cool little shots of the moon. So it looks like a bit of a foggy layer on the horizon as well, which is not helping matters. And now the moon's completely gone. So all that effort of getting up early and coming down here, it was very short-lived, which is the nature of landscape photography, I guess. It's part of the fun of the capture and getting out here and just the love of doing it, which is the main bit. It's not really the photo at the end of the day. It's about the adventure, which is what it's all about. The good thing is we've still got sunrise to come. We'll try and find some nice little landscape shots as the sun comes up. So we've probably got about 30 minutes before the sun comes up. And yesterday there was some really lovely colours, a bit of fog as well, a bit of mist, and that helped. Still down at the beach now, the sun's on its way up. Got some lovely cloud just heading over the top of the chairlift here, so we're just taking a couple of snaps. Managed to get the drone up as well. So absolutely gorgeous morning down here. Just having a little walk around underneath the bottom of the station here, or the cable car station here at Allen Bay. Not very often you get to see under here because of the low tide today. It's pretty cool. If I turn you around, you can have a look. So the needles out here, and then above my head is where the cable car comes up from. Up here is where the cable car motor is, and then takes you up to the top of Allen Bay. Or if you're feeling more adventurous, you can use the steps which take you up here, which is where we always use coming down this time in the morning. 1635 on here. There's some quite nice shapes at the edge of the concrete, so I'm just waiting for the tide to drop enough just to take, there we go, I'll take a snap. Just gives a quite nice lead out line running out in that direction, as you can probably see there actually. So just as the tide drops, it's only got a few more waves coming in and out, there we go, which then gives a nice lead out line running out there and then out towards the needles in the distance. So quite like the corrugated pattern running along here, which then took it out towards the barge and then out towards the took it up a bit, the needles out there. Lots of barnacles. I say it's not often that you get to come down to here. That's quite nice as well. So just trying to get one with the barnacles in that direction running through. So sometimes it's just nice to have a wander around and just see what other compositions that you can get. So up here is quite nice where it runs up, and then you've got the cable car running up with the sign. So I might have to go to 35mm on there. Try and get the signs in as well. Just get the circles in and then running up. My focus point just going to pop it up onto the top of the cliff, because that's what I want to keep the detail in. Just use an F11. It's always the fun bit with photography, is just having a wander around to see what else you can find. Well, that's slippy. There was a bit of decking here, I'll show you around. Went to climb up there one evening and it pitch black and slipped and fell flat on my face and almost lost my camera in the sea, which was not ideal. So you do have to be a little bit careful. But so this is quite good exploring under here, because I've not been under here at all before. This is quite nice, just with the hole under the archway and then the reflection. Just make it a bit darker so not blowing it out. And then we've got the needles out in the distance here, so I quite like it with the shapes and then the reflection of the light here as well. So that's quite cool as well. Just looking up, you can see, I don't know if it'll come out, or try it on the camera. You've got the net and then the chair lifts above, which is quite cool. Just going to try and position the chair lift so that they're in the gap. Find it round, get a composition. Take a few snaps on that one. So that's very cool, quite like that with the netting there. We'll put those into black and white, I think, and do it. It's also quite a nice sort of sign here running through and then up. So I'm just going to use it. 16mm. It's a really wide lens. Just manual focus. So you can see here, as I was saying, so I've just balanced the camera on here. I've had to boost the ISO up just a little bit on there to because I'm just shooting manual here. But I quite like the way the line runs through the bottom. It's one of the beauties of having this A7CR is the fact it's got 60 megapixels, so it does give you that. I know the purists won't like it if I say cropping, but it is actually quite useful at times, because you know if you can get the shot, you can just take that, still get the resolution to make the photo or the picture that you want. So I'm just making the most of it under here, because it's normally tide's way up here, so it's very unusual to see it this low. So there's some quite nice ones here as well. Just the water running across the bottom here out towards the Needles, so I'm just going to try and grab a quick shot there as well. So just back in the van now. Another really lovely morning down the beach this morning. I said we didn't get quite the photos that we were after with the moon set there, and it was interesting because I was chatting to another guy there. He said he uses photo pills, which was more accurate than the app that I suggested earlier. So I'm going to download that now, and hopefully that will be a little bit more accurate for planning these trips. But otherwise, got a nice picture of the Needles with the moon setting just before it got covered in cloud, which was typical. And then just managed to get a few shots with the drone and of the cable car station down below. So it's always quite nice. Sometimes you get distracted and then you actually find other things to shoot anyway. But otherwise, a great morning out. It was really lovely to get out in the sunshine this morning. And now I'm going to head back, have a cup of tea. So I hope you enjoyed the short video this morning. It's been great having you along once again. And we'll do some more adventures soon. So take care.